Ada, I have been bequeathed 1,000 gold eagles, and my brother has been charged to breed me well. But there begins my sadness, for he keeps me, no, stays me here at home, unkempt. For can you call that keeping? For a gentleman of my birth, that differs not from the stalling of an ox? His horses are bred better, and he prevents my education. This is it, Mama Ada, that grieves me, and the spirit of my father within me begins to mutiny against this servitude. I will no longer endure it.
Here comes my master, your brother.
Go apart, Mama Ada, and thou shalt see how he will shake me up.
Now, sir, what make you here?
Nothing. I am not taught to make anything.
What more you?
Then, sir,
I am helping you to mar that which God made. A poor, unworthy brother of yours with idleness.
be better employed and be not a while.
Shall I keep your hogs and eat husks with them? What prodigal portion have I spent that I should come to such penury?
Know you where you are, sir?
Oh, sir, very well. Here at your saloon.
Know you before whom, sir?
Aye, sir, better than him I am before knows me.
What?
I have as much of my father in me as you.
What, boy? Ah!
Come, elder brother, thou art too young in this.
Wilt thou lay hands on me, villain?
I am no villain. I am the youngest son of Colonel Rowland de Boys. He was my father, and he is thrice the villain that says such a father begot villains.
Sweet masters, be patient. For your father's remembrance, be at accord.
Let me go, I say.
I will not till I please. You shall hear me. My father left me in his... My father begat you in his will to give me good education. I have been trained like a peasant. Give me the gold coins my father left me by testament. With that, I will go and buy my fortunes.
And what wilt thou do? Beg? When that is spent, I'll not long be troubled with thee. You shall have some part of your wealth. I pray you, leave me.
I will no further offend you than becomes me for my good.
And get with them, you old dog.
Is old dog my reward? Most true. I have lost my teeth in your service. God be with my old master. He never would have spoke such a word.
Is it even so? Begin you to grow upon me? I will physique your rankness, and yet give no 1,000 coins neither. Hola, Charles!
Good morrow to your worship.
Good, Senior Charles. What be the new news at the new city?
There is no news, sir, but the old news. That is, the old governor has been driven out by his younger brother, the new governor, and 3 or 4 loyal outriders have put themselves into voluntary exile, whose lands and stock enrich the new governor, so he gives them good leave to go west.
Know you if the governor's daughter, Rosalind, be banished with her father?
No. For the governor's daughter, her cousin, so loves her that she would have followed her west. Never two ladies loved as they do.
Know you where the old governor lives?
They say he's already in the Valley of Arden, out Mexico way, and many merry men with him. There they live like the old Robin Hood of England. They say that many young gentlemen flock to him every day and fleet the time carelessly as they did in the Golden World.
What, you fight now before the new duke in prize fight?
I do, sir, and I come to acquire you with a matter. Your younger brother, Orlando, has an inclination to come against me at trial fall. I wrestle for my credit, and he that escapes without some broken limb shall acquire him on well. Your brother is but young and tender, and for your love I'd be loath to foil him as I must.
Charles, I thank thee for thy love to me. I'll most kindly pay back. I tell thee, Charles, he's the most mule-headed young fellow in the whole country. Therefore, use thy discretion.
I'm heartily glad I came hither to you. If he comes, I'll give him his payment. If he ever try again, I'll never wrestle for prize more.
I pray thee, Rosalind, sweet my cuz, be merry.
Dear Celia, I show more mirth than I am mistress of,
I see thou lovest
unless you can teach me to forget a banished father.
I see thou lovest me not then with the full words that I love thee. I could have taught my love to take thy father for mine. So wouldst thou, if the truth of thy love were as righteously tempered as mine is to thee.
Well, I will forget the condition of my estate to rejoice in yours.
You know my father hath no child but I, and truly when he dies thou shalt be his heir. For what he hath taken away from thy father I will render to thee again in affection. Therefore I pray thee, my sweet Rose, be merry.
From henceforth I will, cuz, and devise sports. Let me see. What think you of falling in love?
I pray thee do, to make good sport withal, but love no man in good earnest, nor no further in sport neither.
What shall be our sport then?
Let us sit and mock Lady Look, that her gifts may henceforth be bestowed equally.
I would we could do so, for her benefits are mightily misplaced, and that bountiful blind woman doth most mistake in her gifts to women.
'Tis true, for those that she makes fair, she scarce makes kind, and those that she makes kind, she makes very ill-favorably.
Nay, now thou goest from luck's office to God's. Luck reigns in the gifts of the world, not in the gifts of providence.
No, when Providence hath made a fair creature, may she not by bad luck fall into the fire? Though nature hath given us wit to flout at luck, hath not good luck sent in this fool to cut off the argument?
Indeed, there is luck too hard for nature, when luck makes nature's natural the cutter off of nature's wit.
This is not Lady Luck's work neither, but nature's, who perceiving in our natural wits to dull to reason of such goddesses, has sent in this natural for our whetstone. For it is always the dullness of the fool that is the whetstone of the wit. How now, wit? Whither wander you?
Mistress, you must come away to your father.
Were you made the messenger?
No, by mine honor, I was just bid to come for you.
Where learned you that, O fool?
Of a certain sir that swore by his honor that the mustard was good and the pancakes were not. Now I'll stand to it. The pancakes were good and the mustard was not, yet was not fell forsworn.
How prove you that in the great heap of your knowledge?
I now unmuzzle your wisdom.
Stand you both forth now, and stroke your chins and swear by your beards that I am a knave.
By our beard,
If we had them.
thou art.
By my neighbor, if I had it, then I were that you cannot be forsworn by that is not. Neither are you, and neither was this knight swearing by his honor, for he never had any. Or, if he had sworn it all away before he had seen the pancakes or mustard.
Who is that thou meanest?
Why, that old Frederick, your father.
Ugh, my father's love is enough to honor him. Enough, speak no more of him. You'll be whipped for disloyalty one of these days.
The more pity that fools may not speak wisely while wise men do foolishly.
By my troth, thou sayest true. For since the little wit that fools have hath been silenced, the little foolery that wise men have makes a great show. Oh, here comes Mademoiselle Lebel.
With her mouth full of news.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle Lebel. What's the news?
Fair ladies, you have lost much good sport.
Sport? Of what color?
What color, madam? How shall I answer you?
As wit and fortune will.
Or as the destinies decree.
You amaze me, ladies. I would have told you of good wrestling, which you have lost the sight of.
Yet tell us the manner of the wrestling.
I'll tell you the beginning, and if it please your ladyships, you may see the end, for the best is yet to do. And here, where you are, they are coming to reform it. There comes an old man and his 3 sons, 3 proper young men of excellent growth and presence. The eldest of the 3 wrestled with Charles, the governor's wrestler, which Charles in a moment threw him and broke 3 of his ribs, that there is little hope of life in him. So he served the second, and so the third. Yonder they lie, the poor old man, their father, making such pitiful dole over them that all the beholders take his part with weeping.
Alas!
But what is the sport, mademoiselle, that the ladies have lost?
Why, this that I speak of.
Thus men may grow wiser every day. This is the first time that I have heard the breaking of ribs was sport for ladies.
But is there yet another that dotes upon rib breaking? Shall we see this wrestling, cousin?
You must if you stay here, for here's the place appointed for the wrestling, and they are ready to perform it.
Come on. Since youth will not be entreated, his own peril is his forwardness.
Is yonder the man?
Even he, madam.
Alas, he is too young, yet he looks successfully.
How now, daughter and cousin? Are you crept hither to see the wrestling?
Aye, your honor, so please you give us leave.
You will take low the line in, I can tell you. There are such odds in a man. In pity of the challenger's youth, I would fain to shoot him. But he will not be entreated. Speak to him, ladies. See if you cannot move him.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, fair, lady. I
dang
come
it.
in as others do, to try with him the strength of my youth.
Young gentlemen, your spirits are too bold for your years. You've seen the cruel proof of this man's strength. Therefore, we pray you to embrace your own safety and give over this attempt.
Do. We will make it our suit to the governor that the wrestling might not go forward.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts, but let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial. In the world I fill up a place, and that place may be better supplied when I have made it empty.
The little strength I have, I would it were with you.
And mine, to eke out hers.
Come now, where is this young gallant?
Ready, sir.
You shall try but one fall.
Obviously.
No more, no more. How dost thou, Charles?
He cannot speak, my lord.
Bear him away. What is thy name, young man?
Orlando, my liege, the youngest son of Colonel Rowland de Boys.
I would thou hadst been son to some man else. The world esteemed thy father honorable, but I did find him still mine enemy. I would thou hadst told me of another father.
I am more proud to be Colonel Rowland's son, his youngest son, and would not change that calling to be adopted heir to Frederick.
My father loved Colonel Roland as his soul. Wear this for me, one out of suits with fortune, that could give more, but that her hands lack means. Shall we go, cuz?
Aye, fare you well, fair gentlemen.
Can I not say I thank you? For all my better parts are here thrown down, and that which here stands up is but a quintain, a mere lifeless block.
He calls us back. Did you call, sir? Sir, you have wrestled well and overthrown more than your enemies.
Will you go, cuz?
Have with you. Fare you well.
What passion hangs these weights upon my tongue? I cannot speak to her, yet she urged conference. Oh, poor Orlando, thou art overthrown.
Good sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place. Albeit you have deserved high commendation, true applause, and love. Yet such is now the governor's condition that he miscounters all that you have done. The governor is humorous, what he is indeed more suited to conceive than I to speak of.
I thank you, and pray you, tell me this, which of the two is daughter of the governor that here was at the fighting?
Neither is daughter if we judge by manners, but yet indeed the smaller is his daughter. The other is daughter to the banished governor, here detained by her usurping uncle to keep his daughter company, whose loves are dearer than the natural bonds of sisters. But I can tell you that of late this governor hath plained his pleasure against his gentle niece, grounded upon no other arguments, but that the people praise her for her virtues, and pity her for her good father's sake, and on my life his malice against the lady will suddenly break forth. Sir, fare you well.
I rest much bounden to you. Fare you well. Now must I from the smoke into the smother, from tyrant governor unto tyrant brother, but heavenly Rosalind.
Is it possible in such a sudden that you should fall into so strong a liking with old Colonel Roland's youngest son?
The governor, my father, loved his father dearly.
Doth therefore ensue that you should love his son dearly? By this kind of truce I should hate him, for my father hated his father dearly, yet I hate not Orlando.
No, faith, hate him not, for my sake.
Oh, here comes the governor, with his eyes full of anger.
Miss, dispatch you with your safest place and get thee from the city.
Me, uncle?
You, cousin, within these 10 days, if you be so near Kingstown as 20 miles, you dies for it.
Never so much as in a thought unborn did I offend your highness.
Thus do all traitors. If their purgations did consist in words, they are as innocent as grace itself. Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor. Tell me whereon the likelihood depends.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
So was I when your highness took his office. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord.
Dear ruler, hear me speak.
Hey, Celia, we stayed her here for your sake. Else had she with her father in just west.
I did not then entreat to have her stay. This was your pleasure and your own remorse. I was too young at the time to value her, but now I know her, and if she be a traitor right, so am I. We are inseparable.
You are a fool. She robs you of thy name. Thou wilt show more bright and seem more virtuous when she is gone. Then, open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my doom, which I pass upon her. She's banished.
Pronounce that sentence then. On me, my liege. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You, niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time upon mine honor and my greatest word, you die.
Oh, my poor Rosalind, whither wilt thou go? Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl? No, let my father seek another heir. Therefore, devise with me how we may fly, whither to go, and what to bear with us.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the valley of Arden.
But what danger will it be to us, maids as we are, to travel forth so far? Beauty enticeth thieves sooner than gold.
Ooh, I'll put myself in poor and mean attire, the like do, so that we shall pass along, never to stir assailants.
Were it not better, because that I am more than common tall, that I did suit me, all points like a man, an axe upon my thigh, a pistol in my hand.
What shall I call thee then, when thou art a man?
Call me Ganymede, but what will you be called?
Something that hath a reference to my state. No longer Celia, but, Aliena.
But cousin, what if we essayed to steal the jokester Tombstone from out of your father's city? Would he not be a comfort to our travels?
He'll go o'er along the wide world with me. Leave me to woo him. And now we go in content, to liberty, and not to banishment.
Who's there?
What, my young master? Oh, my gentle master. Oh, my sweet master. Why? What make you here? Why are you virtuous? Why do people love you? And wherefore are you gentle, strong, and valiant? Oh, what a world is this when what is comely envenoms him that bears it?
Why? What's the matter?
Oh, unhappy youth, come not within these doors, within this roof. The enemy of all your graces lives, your brother. No brother. Yet the son, yet not the son. I will not call him son if him I was about to call his father. Hath heard your praises. And this night means to burn the lodging wherein you used to lie. And if he fails at that, he will have other means to cut you off. I overheard him in his practices. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it, fear it, do not enter it.
Why whither, Mama Ada? Wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so you come not here.
What? Wouldst thou have me with a base and boisterous sword and force a thievish living on the common road? Yet this I will not do. Do how I can, I will subject myself to the malice of a diverted blood and bloody brother.
But do not so. I have 500 golden eagles, which the thrifty hire I did store to be my foster nurse, which, when service should in my old limbs lie lame, and unregarded age in corners thrown, take that, and he that doth the ravens feed, yea, providently caters to the sparrow. Be comfort to my age. Here is the gold. All this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I look old, yet I am strong and lusty. I'll do the service of a younger maid in all your business and necessities.
Oh, good old woman, how well in thee appears the constant service of the antique world, where none will sweat but for promotion. But come thy ways, we'll go along together. And ere we have thy youthful wages spent, we'll light upon some settled low content.
Master, go on, and I will follow thee to the last gasp of truth and loyalty. For 17 years till now, almost 80, here lived I, but now live here no more. Providence cannot recompense me better than to die well and not my master's debtor.
Can it be possible that no man saw them? It cannot be. Some villain of the city of consent and sufferance in this.
I cannot hear of any that did see her. The ladies, her attendants of her chamber, saw her abed, And in the morning early, they found the bed untreasured of their mistress. My dear sir, the jokester at whom so oft your grace was wont to laugh is also missing. Dakota, the lady's maid, confesses that she secretly o'erheard your daughter and her cousin much commend the parts and graces of the prize fighter that did but lately foil the sinewy Charles, and she believes wherever they are gone, that youth is surely in their company.
Send to his brother. Fetch that gallant hither. I'll make him find him. Do this suddenly, and let not search and inquisition quail to bring again these foolish runaways.
I know nothing. I have not seen him.
Not seen him since? Sir, that cannot be. Look to it. Find out thy brother, whereso he is. Seek him with candle. Bring him, dead or alive. Within these 12 months or seek thou no more a living in our territory. Thy lands and stock do we seize into our hands till thou canst quit thee by thy brother's mouth of what we think unseemly.
Oh, that your highness knew my heart in this. I've never loved my brother in my life.
More villain, no? Well, push him out of doors. Let my officers in such a nature make an extent upon his buildings and land. Do this suddenly, and turn him going.
Now, my partners and brothers on the range, hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of polished parlors? Hath not We seen more beauty here than any else. Sweet is the use of adversary. Here we find tongues in the trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stone, and good in everything. I would not change it.
Happy is your grace that can translate the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we go hunt some venison? And yet, it irks me, poor dappled fools, being native settlers of this place, should in their own confines with round bullets have their round hunches gored.
Indeed, my lord, the melancholy Jacques grieves at that, and in that kind swears you do more usurps that your brother that has banished you. Senor, I found him down by the arroyo, and I tell you, that man has mil comparaciones, 1,000 ways to find the sad side of a sunny day. He was watching a poor, wounded mule deer that had been run ragged by the hounds. He started preaching a sermon over that critter, claiming that the deer was a bankrupt citizen, and that we outlaws were just greasy townies just for living off the land. He wept, boss. He said the whole world is just a lie, a big gollywhopper, and that we are all thieves in the of the desert. I reckon he could find a tragedy in a plate of beans if you give him a minute.
And did you leave him upon this contemplation?
We did, my lord. We began commenting upon the sobbing deer.
Come, show me the place. I love to stumble upon him in these sullen fits, for then he is full of matter.
I'll bring you to him straight.
By the great horn spoon, how weary are my spirits.
I wouldn't care for my spirits if my legs were not so weary.
I could find it within my heart to disgrace my man's apparel and to cry like a woman. But I must comfort the weaker vessel, as denim and duster ought to show itself courageous to silk and satin. Therefore, courage, good Aliena.
I pray you, bear with me. I cannot go no further.
For my part, I'd rather bear with you than bear you.
Well, this is the Valley of Arden?
Aye, now am I in Arden. The more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place, but the traveler must be content.
Aye, be so good, Tombstone. Look you, who comes here, a young man and an old, in solemn talk.
That is the way to make her scorn you still.
Oh, Cornelia, that thou knewest how I do love her.
I partly guess, for I have loved her now.
No, Cornelio, being old, thou canst not guess. Though thy youth, thou hast as true a lover as ever sighed upon the midnight pillow. But if thy love were ever like unto mine, as sure I think did never man love so. How many actions, most ridiculous, hast thou been drawn to by thy fantasy?
Into 1,000 that I have forgotten.
Oh, then thou hast never loved so heartily. Thou rememberest not the slightest folly that love did ever make thee run into. Thou hast not loved, or if thou hast not sat, as I do now, sitting and wondering thy mistress's praise, thou hast not loved. Or if thou hast not broke from company abruptly as my passion makes me now, thou hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe, Phoebe, Phoebe!
Alas, poor shepherd, in searching of thy wound, I have by hard adventure found mine own.
And I mine. I remember when I was in love, the wing of a corn shuck instead of her. We that are true lovers run into strange capers.
Thou speakest wisely than thou art aware of.
Nay, I shall ne'er be aware of my own wit until I break my shins against it.
I pray you, one of you, question yon the man. If he for gold will give us food, I faint almost to death.
Hola, you clown!
He's fool, he's not thy kinsman.
Who calls?
Buenas noches to you, amigo.
And to you, senor, and to all of you.
I prithee, Vaquero, if that love or gold can in this desert place buy entertainment, bring us where we may rest ourselves and feed. For here is a young maid with travel much oppressed, and faints for succor.
Senor, I pity her and wish for her sake more than my own. My fortunes were able to revive her, but I am a vaquero to another man and do not shear the fleeces that I graze. My master has a bark on him like a prickly pear, and little knows the way to heaven by doing deeds of hospitality. Besides, his soddy, woolies, and his grazing rights are now on sale in outer Sheepcote. By reason of his absence, there is nothing you shall feed on, but come and see, and my voice most welcome you shall be.
What is he that shall buy his flock and pasture?
That young swain you saw erewhile, who cares little of buying anything.
I prithee, if it stand with goodness, buy thou the cottage, pasture, and flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it of us.
And we will mend thy wages. I quite like this place, and could willingly waste my time in it.
Assuredly the thing is to be sold, and by like upon report, the soil, the profit, and this kind of life I will your faithful vaquero be, and buy it with your gold right pronto.
Land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me. Let me be by myself, and even in Let me be by myself in the evening breeze, and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in.
More! More, I prithee, more!
It'll make you melancholy, Sir Jacques.
I thank it. More, I prithee, more! I can suck melancholy out of a song, as a weasel sucks eggs.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me, I desire you to sing.
More to request than to please myself.
Come sing, and you that will not, hold your tongues.
Well, I'll end the song. Sirs, cover the wild. The governor will drink under this tree. He hath been all this day to look you.
And I have been all this day to avoid him. He is too disputable for my company. But I think of as many matters as he, and give heaven thanks, and make no boast of them. Come, yodel, come!
Just turn me loose, let me straddle my own saddle underneath the western sky. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences, and gaze at the moon till I lose my senses, and I can't look at hobbles, and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in.
I'll give you a tune that I made yesterday, in despite of my invention.
And I'll sing it.
No. I'll sing it. Thus it goes. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and the deer and the antelope mosey around, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Duke Dame, Duke Dame, Duke Dame.
Ay, ay, ay! What's that Duke Dame?
'Tis a Greek invocation to call fools into a circle. Sorry, the sword's a little.
I can nowhere find him like a man. I think he'd be transformed into a beast.
My lord, here he was, but here was he merry, hearing of a song.
If he grows musical, we shall very soon here have discord in our sphere. Go, call him hither. Tell him I would speak with him.
He saves my labor, es un payaso.
Why, hi now, desperado. What life is this, that your poor friends must woo your company? What? Are ye merry?
I stumbled unto a fool in the territory, a motley dressed fool. He pulls a brass pocket watch out of his vest, and looking at it with eyes as dim as a spent candle, quoth he, very wise-like, 'tis 10 o'clock. And so, quoth he, we can see how the world wags. An hour ago 'twas 9, and in another hour 'twill be 11. And so from hour to hour we rot and rot. And thereby hangs a gollywopper of a tale. When I saw this motley dressed fool moralizing on the time in such a highfalutin way, my lungs began to crow like a rooster at dawn. I laughed until my sides were sore to see that such a wiseacre should be so full of deep down truth. Oh, a noble chucklehead, a worthy wiseacre. Molly's the only wear for a man with any sense. Oh, that I were a fool. I am ambitious for a motley coat.
And so you shall have one.
It is my only suit, provided that you read your better judgments that I am wise. I must have liberty.
Dear master, I can go no further. Oh, I'd die for food. Here lay I to measure out my grave. Farewell, kind master.
Why, how now, Ada? No greater heart of me? Live a little. If this uncouth desert yield anything savage, I will either be food for it or bring it as food to thee. And if I bring thee nothing to eat, I will give thee leave to die. But if thou diest before I return, thou art a mocker of my labor. Forbear, and eat no more.
Why, I haven't had a bite.
Nor shalt not, till necessity be served.
Art thou thus burdened, man, by thy distress, or else a rude despiser of good manners, that in civility thou seemst so empty?
You touched my vein at first, the thorny point. But forbear, I say. He dies that touches any of this fruit, till I and my affairs are answered.
What would you have? Your gentleness would move us more than your force would move us to gentleness.
I almost die for food, and let me have it.
Sit and feed.
And welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently? Pardon me, I pray you. I thought that all things had been savage here. If ever you have looked on better days, let gentleness my strong enforcement be. In the which hope I blush and hide my sword.
True is it that we have seen better days, and thus sit you down in gentleness, and take upon command that you may take upon what help we may have, that your wandering may be ministered.
Then but forbear your food a little while, whiles I go out like a doe to find my fawn and give it food. There's an old poor woman who after me hath many a weary step limped in pure love, till she be first sufficed, oppressed by two weak evils, age and hunger, I will not touch a bit.
Go, find her out, and we will waste nothing till you come back hither. You see, we are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal stage does present more woeful pageants, wherein the scenes we play in.
Well, I reckon all the world's a stage. And all the men and women folk, nothing but drifters passing through. They've all got their sunsets and their sunrises. But one man in his time plays a whole heap of parts. His life being split into 7 different stretches. First, you got the youngin', bawling and spitting up in his mama's arms. Ugh. Then, the schoolboy, whining like a coyote and creeping slow as a tortoise toward the schoolhouse. Then, the lover, sighing like the desert wind and making up sad folk songs about his sweetheart's eyebrows. Then, the soldier, seeking a reputation that's gone as fast as a puff of gun smoke, even if it means looking down the business end of a cannon. Then, the judge, with his belly full of fine roasted chicken, full of old saws and modern instances. The 6th stretch shifts. into the lean and slippered old timer. With his big manly voice, turning back toward childish treble, popping whistling like a tea kettle. The last scene of all, that ends this strange winding trail, is second childhood and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Welcome. Set down your venerable burden, and let her feed.
I thank you most for her.
So had you need, I scarce can speak to thank you for myself.
Welcome to, fall to. I will not trouble you as yet to ask your fortunes. But play music, and amigo, good amigo, sing.
No cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-out cows he saw, plowing through the ragged sky, and up a cloudy draw. As the riders went on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from ever riding on a range, then cowboy, change your way today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across the endless sky. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, those riders in the sky, those riders in the sky.
If it were that you were the son of good Colonel Roland, which thou hast faithfully whispered, then welcome thou art to me, for I am the old governor that did love your father.
Hang there, my verse, and witness of my love. These ere trees shall be my books, and in their barks my thoughts. All character that every eye which in this valley looks shall see thy virtue witnessed everywhere. Run, run, Orlando, and carve on every tree the fair, the chaste, the unexpressive she.
And how like you it is, Vaquero's life, Master Tombstone?
Truly, Vaquero, in respect of itself, it is a good life. In respect that it is a vaquero's life, it is not. In respect that it is solitary, I like it very well. In the respect that it is private, it is a very vile life. In the respect that it is in the fields, it pleaseth me well. But in respect that it is not the city, it is tedious. Hast thou any philosophy in thee, Vaquero?
No more, but that the more one sickens, the less at ease he is. And that he that wanteth money, means, and content is without 3 good friends. That the property of rain to wet, fire to burn, that good pasture makes fat sheep, and that a great cause of the night is lack of the sun.
Such a one is the natural philosopher. Wast thou ever in the city?
No, truly.
What? Then thou art cooked.
Nay, I hope.
Truly, thou art cooked like an ill-roasted egg, all on one side.
For not being in the city? Your reason.
Truly, Vaquero, if thou wast never in the city, thou never saw good manners. And if thou never saw good manners, thy manners truly must be wicked. And wicked is bad, bad is sin, and sin is cooked. Thou art in a parlous state, Vaquero.
Not a whit, Tombstone. Those that are good manners in the city are most ridiculous in the country. And those of the country are most mockable in the city. You say you don't salute, but you kiss your hands. That courtesy would be most uncleanly if city folk were vaqueros.
Instance, briefly come, instance.
Why, we're handling our ewes now, and they're, greasy.
Why do not your civilized folks' hands sweat? And is not the grease of a mutton as wholesome as the sweat of a man?
Our hands are often tarred over with the surgery of our sheep. Would you have us kiss tar?
Most shallow man! Learn of the wise, and perpend. Bay rum is of a baser birth than tar. A better instance, I say, come.
You have too highfalutin wit for me, I'll rest.
What? Wilt thou rest cooked? God help thee, shallow man.
Sir, I am a true laborer. I earn what I eat, get what I wear, envy no man's happiness, owe no man hate, and my greatest pride is to watch my cows graze and my lambs drink. Oh, here comes my young master Ganymede, my new mistress's brother.
From the east to western end, no jewel is like Rosalind. All the pictures fairest lined are but black Rosalind lines. But no face be kept in mind, but the fair Rosaline.
I could rhyme you so 8 years together, aside from eating and sleeping.
Out, fool!
For taste, sweetest nut has sourest rind, such a nut as Rosaline. If a man sweet as Rose will find, must find Love's prick and not Rosaline. If a heart do lack a...
Peace, you dull fool. I found them on a tree.
Truly the tree yields bad fruit.
Peace. Here comes my sister, reading. Stand aside.
Some of violated vows twixt the souls of friend and friend, but upon the fairest vows or bows, or at every sentence end, will I, Rosalinda, write, teaching all that read to know, the quintessence of every sprite, heaven would little show.
O most gentle pulpiter, what tedious homily of love have you wearied your parishioners withal, and never cried, have patience, good people?
How now, back friends, desperado, golf a little, get with him, sirrah.
Come, Vaquero, we must make an honorable retreat, though not with bag and baggage, but with scrippage.
Didst thou hear these verses?
Oh, yes.
But didst thou without wondering how thy name should be hanged or carved upon these trees?
I was 7 of the 9 days out of the wonder before you came. Is it a man?
And a chain that you once wore about his neck. Change you color?
I prithee, who?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, and most wonderful, wonderful, and yet again wonderful, and after that out of all whooping.
Dost thou think, though I am comparison like a man, that I have denim and duster in my disposition, 1 inch of delay more?
It is young Orlando that tripped up the wrestler's heels in your heart, both in an instant.
Nay, but the devil take the mocking. Speak, sad brow, and true.
I faith, cuz, 'tis he.
Orlando?
Orlando.
Alas, the day. What shall I do with my denim and duster? What did he when thou sawest him? What said he? How looked he? Wherein went he? What makes he here? Did he ask for me? Where remains he? How parted he with thee? And when shalt thou see him again? Answer me in 1 word. But doth he know that I am in this valley and in man's apparel?
Give me audience, good madam.
Proceed.
There he lay, stretched along like a wounded knight.
Though it be a pity to see such a sight, it well becomes the ground.
Cry woe to thy tongue, it curvets very unseasonably.
Do you not know that I am a woman? When I think, I must speak. Ah, 'tis he. Slink by and note him.
God be with you. Let's meet as little as we can.
I do desire that we may be better strangers.
I pray you, mar no more cactus with writing love songs in their green.
I pray you, mar no more of my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name?
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
What stature is she of?
Just as high as my heart.
You have a nimble wit. Come, sit, and us two will rail against our mistress, the world.
I will chide no breather in the world but myself, against whom I know most faults.
The worst fault you have is to be in love.
'Tis a fault I will not change for your best virtue. I am weary of you.
By my troth, I was looking for a fool, and I found you.
He is drowned in the brook. Look but in, and you shall see him.
There I shall see but my own figure. I'll tarry no longer with you. Farewell, good senior love.
I'm glad of your departure. Adieu, good Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey, and under that habit play the knave with him. Do you hear, cowboy?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is it o'clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There's no clock in the desert.
Else there is no true lover in the desert. Else sighing every minute and groaning every hour would detect the lazy foot of time as well as a clock.
And why not the swift foot of time? Had not that been as proper?
By no means, sir. Time travels in diverse paces with diverse persons. I'll tell you who time gallops withal, and who time stands still withal.
Who doth he gallop withal?
With a thief to the gallows. For though he go as softly as foot can fall, he thinks himself too soon there.
Who stays it still withal?
With lawyers in the vacation, for they sleep between term and term, and then they perceive not how time moves.
Your accent is something finer than could be purchased in so removed a dwelling.
I have been told so of many, but indeed, an old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who was in his youth a city man, one that knew courtship too well, for there he fell in love. I have heard him read many lectures against it. There's a man haunts the valley that abuses our young barks with carving Rosalind on their barks. If I could beat that fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am not he that is so love-shaked. I pray you, tell me your remedy.
There's none of my uncle's marks upon you.
What were his marks?
A beard unshaven, which you have not, then your hat unbanded, your sleeve unbuttoned, and everything about you demonstrating a careless desolation of love.
I would I could make thee believe I love.
Me believe it? You may as soon make her that you love so believe it. But are you he that hangs verses on the trees, wherein Rosalind is so admired?
I swear to thee, youth, by the white hand of Rosalind, I am not he, that unfortunate he.
But are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely madness, yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Have you ever cured any so?
Yes, one. And in this manner he was to imagine me, his love, his mistress, and I set him every day to woo me, at which time I would be changeable, longing and liking, full of tears, full of smiles, would now like him, now loathe him, that I drave my suitor from a mad humor of loving to a living humor of madness. And thus I cured him.
I would not be cured, youth.
I would cure you if you would but call me Rosalind and come every day to my cabin and woo me.
Now, by the faith of my love, I will, good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Come, sister, will you go?
Come apace, good Audrey. I will fetch up your goats. And Audrey, and how, Audrey? Am I the man yet, Audrey? Doth my simple feature content you, Audrey?
Your features? What features?
When a man's verse cannot be understood, nor a man's good wit seconded by the forward child understanding, it strikes a man more dead than a great reckoning in a little room. I would the gods had made thee poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Is it a true thing?
Nay, truly, for the truest poetry is the most feigning. I have been with a traveling preacher who hath promised to meet us in this place of the desert and to marry us.
I would fain see this meeting.
Well, may God bless us.
Amen. A man may, if he were of a fearful heart, stagger in the attempt, for we have no temple but the sagebrush, no assembly but buffalo. Oh, sir, you are well met. Will you dispatch us here under this cactus, or shall we go with you to your chapel?
There ain't no man round these parts to hand off to woman.
I will not take her on gift of any man.
Truly, she must be given, or this here hitchin' ain't with the paper it's printed on.
Proceed, proceed. I'll give her.
Good even, good master. What you got? How do you do, sir? God help you for your last company. I am very glad to see you.
Will you be married motley, rugged, uncivilized?
As the ox hath his bow, the horse her curb, even so man hath his desires, and his pigeon's bill, even so wedlock would be calling.
And will you, being a man of your breeding, be married under a cactus, like a beggar? Get ye to a church, and have a good priest that can tell you what marriage is.
I am not in the mind, but I would rather be married by him than of another, for he is not like to marry me well, and being not married well may hereafter serve as a good excuse to leave my wife.
Come with me, and let me counsel thee.
Come apace, good Audrey, we must be married well. Farewell, sweet preacher, not, oh brave preacher, leave me not behind thee, but wind away, be gone, I say, I will not be wedding with thee.
It don't make a lick of difference. None of these all hat, no cow vermin's gonna hooks me into chasing in on my own calling.
Me?
Yes, you.
Since when?
I used to call everybody male. Ellie, I think you're on.
Oh. Never talk to me. I will weep.
I pray thee do, but yet have the grace to consider that tears do not become a man.
But have I not cause to weep?
As a good cause as one would desire, therefore weep.
But why did he swear that he would come this morning and comes not?
Nay, there is no truth in him.
Do you think so?
Yes, I think he's not a pick-purse, nor a horse-stealer, but in his variety of love, I do think him as a concave, as a covered goblet, or as a worm-eaten nut. Ugh.
Not true in love.
Yes, when he is in, but I think he is not in.
But you have heard him swear downright he was.
Was is not is. He tends here in the valley with the governor your father.
I met the governor yesterday and had much question with him. He asked me of what parentage I was, so I told him of as good as he, so he laughed and let me go. But what talk we of fathers when there is such a man as Orlando?
Oh, that's a brave man. He writes brave verses, speaks brave words, swears brave oaths, and breaks them. bravely, as one that did spur his horse but on one side. But all's brave that youth mounts and folly guides. Oh, who comes here?
Mistress and master, you have often inquired of the vaquero you saw with me sitting by me on the turf, praising the proud, disdainful shepherdess who was his mistress.
Well, what of him?
If you wish to see a pageant truly played between the pale complexion of true love and the red glow of hate and proud disdain, go hence a little.
Oh, the sight of lovers feedeth those in love. Hold on, I have to be over here.
Sweet Phoebe, do not scorn me. Do not, Phoebe. Say that you love me not, but say not so in bitterness. The common executor, whose heart the accustomed sight of death makes hard, falls not the axe upon the humble neck, but first begs pardon. Will you sterner be than he that dies and lives by bloody drops?
I would not be thy executioner. Thou tellest me there was murder in mine eye. 'Tis pretty sure and very probable the eyes of the frailest and softest things, who shut their coward gates on atomies, should be called tyrants, butchers, murderers. Now, I do frown thee with all my heart, and if mine eyes can wound, let them kill thee. Now, counterfeit to swoon, why now fall down? Oh, for shame, lie not to say my eyes are murderers. Now, show the wound my eyes hath made in thee.
Oh, dear Phoebe, if ever, as that ever may be soon, you'll meet in some fresh cheek the power of fancy, then you will know the wound's invisible. Then, love's keen arrow make.
But till that time, come not near me, and when that time comes, afflict my mocks, pity me not, for till that time I shall not pity thee.
And why, I pray you? Who might be your mother, that you insult, exult, and all at once over the wretched? What though you have no beauty? Why, what means this? Why do you look on me? Odds my little life, I think she means to tangle my eyes too. No, faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. 'Tis not your inky brow, your long pale hair, that can entame my spirits to your worship. You foolish vaquero, wherefore do you follow her? You're 1,000 times a properer man than she a woman. Down on your knees, and thank heaven, fasting, for a good man's love. For I must tell you, friendly in your ear, sell when you can, you are not for all markets. Cry the man mercy, love him, take his offer. So take her to the vaquero, fare you well.
Sweet youth, I pray you, chide a year together. I'd rather hear you chide than this man woo.
She's fallen in love with her foulness, and she'll fall in love with my anger, if it be so. As fast as she answers him with frowning looks, I'll sauce her with bitter words. Why look you so upon me?
For no ill will I bear you.
I pray you, do not fall in love with me, for I am falser than vows made in wine. Besides, I like you not. Vaquero, ply her hard.
Whoever loved, that loved not first sight.
Sweet Phoebe.
What sayest thou, Silvio?
Sweet Phoebe, pity me.
Well, I'm sorry for thee, gentle Silvio.
Wherever sorrow is, relief would be. If you do sorrow at my grief and love, by giving love, your sorrow and my grief were both exterminated.
Thou hast my love, is not that neighborly?
I would have you.
Why, that were covetousness. Thy company which erst was irksome to me, I will endure, and I will employ thee too. But do not look for further recompense than our own gladness that thou art employed.
So holy and so perfect is my love, and I, in such a poverty of grace, I should think it is most plenteous crop to glean the broken ears that the main harvest reaps. Wherever sorrow is, relief would be. If you do sorrow at my grief and love, a loose now and then, a scattered smile, and that I'll live upon.
Knowest the youth that spoke to me erewhile?
Not very well, but I've met him often, and he has bought the cabin and the acres that the old caballero was once master of.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy, yet he talks well. But what care I for words? Yet Words do well when he that speaks them pleases those that hear. It is a pretty youth, not very pretty, but sure he's proud, and yet his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. The best thing in him is his complexion, and fasten his tongue to make offense. His eye did heal up.
Ahem.
There be some women, Silvio, that have gone near to fall in love with him. But for my part, I love him not and I hate him not, and yet have more cause to hate him than to love him. He said mine eyes were black and my hair pale, and now I remembered scorned at me. I'll write him a very taunting letter, and thou shalt bear it. Wilt thou, Silvio?
Phoebe, with all my heart.
I'll write it straight. The matters in my mind and in my heart. I'll be bitter with him and passing short. Go with me, Silvio.
I prithee, pretty youth, let me be better acquainted with thee.
They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I do love it better than laughing.
Those that are in extremity of either are abominable fellows.
Why, 'tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Why then, 'tis good to be a post.
I have neither the scholar's melancholy, which is emulation, nor the musician's, which is fantastical, nor the governor's, which is proud, nor the lover's, which is all these. It is but a melancholy of mine own. But indeed the sundry contemplations of my travels doth wrap me in a most humorous sadness.
A traveler! By my faith, you have great reason to be sad, for I fear you have sold your lands to see other men's. To have seen much and to have nothing is to have rich eyes and poor hands.
Why, I have gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad. I had rather a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad, and to travel for it, too.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
God be with you while you talk in blank verse.
Farewell, monsieur traveler. Look you lisp and wear strange suits, disable all the benefits of your own country, be out of love with your nativity, and almost chide God for making you that countenance you are, or I will scarce think you have swam in a gondola. Why, how now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while? You a lover, and you serve me such another trick? Come no more in my sight.
I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love? He that will break a minute into 1,000 parts, and break but a part of the 1,000th part of a minute in the affairs of love, it may be said of him that Cupid hath clapped him on the shoulder.
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Nay, an you be so tardy, come no more in my sight. I had as lief be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail?
Aye, of a snail, for though he comes slowly, he carries his house on his head. Come, woo me, for now I am in a holiday humor, and am likeable to consent. What would you say to me now, were I your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss before I spoke.
Nay, you were better speak first. Am I not your Rosalind?
I take some joy to say you are, because I would be talking of her.
Then in her person, I say, I will not have you.
Then in mine own person, I die.
The poor world is almost 6,000 years old, and in all this time, not any man hath died in a love cause. Men have died from time to time, but not for love.
Then love me, Rosalind. Wilt thou have me?
Aye, and 20 such.
What sayest thou?
Are you not good?
I hope so.
Why then, can one desire too much of a good thing? Come, sister, you will be the priest and marry us. Give me your hands, Orlando. What do you say, sister?
I cannot say the words.
You must begin, will you, Orlando?
Will you, Orlando, have to wife this Rosalind?
I will.
Then you must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I do take thee, Orlando, for my husband. Ah, there's a girl goes before a priest, and certainly a woman's thoughts run before her actions.
So do all thoughts. They are winged.
Orlando, men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, and the sky changes when they are wives.
But will my Rosalind do so?
By my life, she will do as I do,
Oh, but she is wise.
or else she could not have the wit to do this.
For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I must leave thee.
Alas, dear love, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend the governor at dinner. By 2 o'clock, I will be with thee again.
Aye, go your ways, go your ways. I knew what you would prove. My friends told me as much, and I thought no less. 2 o'clock is your hour?
Aye, Rosalind.
By my troth, if you come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical break promise. Therefore, beware my censure, and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou wert indeed my Rosalind. So, adieu.
You've simply misused us women in your love parade. We must show the world what the bird hath done to her own nest.
Oh, cuz, my pretty little cuz, that thou didst know how many fathom deep I am in love. But it cannot be sounded. My affection hath an unknown bottom, like the Bay of Portugal.
Or rather bottomless, and as you pour affection into it, it runs out.
No, I'll tell thee, Aliena, I cannot be out of the sight of Orlando. I'll go find a shadow, and sigh till he come.
And I'll sleep.
My errand is to you, fair youth. My gentle Phoebe bid me give you this. I know not the contents, but as I guess, by the stern brow and waspish action she did use as she was writing it, it bears angry tenor. Pardon me, for I am but as a guiltless messenger.
Patience herself would startle at this letter. She says that I am not fair, that I lack manners, she says that I am proud, and that she could not love me. Why writes she so to me? Well, Vicara, well, this is a letter of your own device.
No, I protest. I know not the contents. Phoebe did write it.
Can a woman's gentle brain drop forth such a giant rude invention? Will you hear this letter?
So please you, for I've not heard it yet. Yet heard too much of Phoebe's cruelty.
She Phoebe's me. Mark how the tyrant writes. Art thou God to shepherd turned, that a maiden's heart hath burned? Can a woman rail thus?
Call you this railing?
Whiles the eye of man did woo me, that could do no vengeance to me, meaning me a beast, whiles you chid me, I did love, how then might your prayers move? He that brings this love to thee, little knows this love in me.
And by him slope their mind, what is it thy youth and kind? Will the faithful offer take of me and all that I can make? Or else by him my love deny, and then I'll study how to die. Call you this chiding?
Alas, you poor vaquero.
Do you pity him? No, he deserves no pity. Wilt thou love such a woman? What, to make thee an instrument and play false strains upon thee? Not to be endured. Well, go your way to her, and say this to her, that if she loves me, I charge her to love thee. How say you now? Is it not past 2 o'clock? And here much Orlando.
I warned you, with pure love and a troubled brain, he had taken his bows and arrows and gone forth to sleep. Oh, who comes here?
Good morrow, fair ones. Pray you, if you know where in the pearliest of this valley lies a cabin fenced about with juniper trees.
West of this place, down in the neighbor bottom, the rank of mesquite, down by the murmuring stream. Left on your right hand will lead you to the place. But at this hour the house doth keep itself. There's none within.
If that an eye should profit by a tongue, then I should know you by description of such years and such garments. The boy of female favor and bestows himself like a ripe sister. And the woman, low and browner than her brother. Are you not the owners of the house it inquire for?
It is no boast being asked to say that we are.
Orlando doth commend him to you both, and to that youth he calls his Rosalind. He sends this bloody kerchief. Are you he?
I am, but what must we understand by this?
Some of my shame, if you will know of me, what man I am, and how and where and why this handkerchief was stained.
I pray you tell it.
When last the young Orlando parted from you, he made a promise to return again within an hour. Pacing through the canyon, lo, what befell? He threw his eye aside, and under a old sycamore, dry as dust, high top with bald antiquity, lay a wretched, ragged man, o'ergrown with hair. He kicks his foot while dreaming of rough times. which gets the Diamondback Growlers mad as can be, coiled and rattling like fury. But suddenly, upon seeing Orlando, with indented glides it did slip away, under a bush, which under bush's shade lay a mountain lion, all parched and dry, head on ground with cat-like watch, for 'tis the royal disposition of that beast to never prey on anything that doth seem as dead. This seen, Orlando did approach the man and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Are you his brother?
Was it you he rescued?
Was you that did so often contrive to kill him?
'Twas I, but 'tis not I, for I do not shame in saying the thing I was since my conversion, so sweetly taste being the thing I am.
But for the bloody handkerchief.
By and by, but when from the first to last, betwixt us two, tears our countenance had most kindly bathed as to why I came to this desert place. In brief, the lioness had torn some flesh away, which all this while had bled, and now he fainted. And in fainting he called upon his Rosalind. Brief, I recovered him and bound up his wound, and after some small space, being strong at heart, he sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell this story, that you may excuse him, and to give this bloody kerchief.
Why not, Ganymede, sweet Ganymede!
Many will swoon when they do look on blood.
There's more in it. Cousin, Ganymede!
Look, he recovers.
I would I were at home.
We'll lead you thither. Good sir, will you take him by the arm?
Be of good cheer, youth. You, a man, you lack a man's heart.
So I do, I confess it. Good sir, tell your brother how I counterfeited to swoon.
Well then, counterfeit to be a man.
So I do, but if faith, I should have been a woman by rights.
You look paler and paler. Let us draw homewards. Good sir, go with us.
That will I, for I must bear answer back for how you excused my brother. Rosalind.
Come apace, good Audrey. We shall find time.
Bah, the priest was good enough for all the old gentlemen saying.
A most wicked, sir, Audrey, a most vile preacher. But, Audrey, there's a youth here in the valley lays claim to you.
See, I know who 'tis. He hath no interest in me in the world. Here comes the man, you mean.
It is meat and drink for me to see a clown. By my troth, we that have good wits have much to answer for. We shall be dancing. Oh, we cannot hold.
Good even, Audrey.
Buenas noches, Guillermo.
And a good even to you, sir.
And good even to you, good master. Cover thy head, cover thy head. I prithee be covered. How old are you?
25, senor.
All right, page. Is thy name Guillermo?
Guillermo, senor.
A fair name. Wast thou born in the desert here?
Si, senor. Gracias a Dios.
Thank God. A good answer. Art thou rich?
Así, senor.
So-so. So-so is good. Very good. Very excellent good. And yet, 'tis not enough. 'Tis but so-so. Art thou wise?
Si, senor. I have a pretty wit.
The fool doth think his wise, but the wise knoweth himself to be a fool. Do thou love this maid?
Si, senor.
Art thou learned?
No, senor.
Then learn this of me. To have is to have. Well, it's a figure in rhetoric. But that drink, being poured from a glass into a cup, by filling one doth empty the other. Now, all your writers do consent, that Ipsy is he. Now you are not Ipsy, for I am he.
Which is he, senor?
He, sir, that must marry this woman. Therefore, you clown, abandon. Leave the society. Leave of this female woman. And altogether, abandon the society of this female, or clown, thou perishest. Or to thy better understanding, diest. Or to it, I kill thee, make thee away, translate thy life into death, thy liberty into bondage. I will deal in poison with thee. I will overrun thee with policy. I will kill thee 150 ways. Therefore tremble and depart.
Do, good Guillermo.
And loving woo and wooing she should grant?
Neither call the giddiness of in question, the poverty of her, the small acquaintance, my son wooing, nor her son consenting. But say with me, I love Aliena, and it shall be to your good, for all that stock that was Colonel Rowland's while I stayed upon you, and here live and die a rancher.
You have my consent. Let your wedding be tomorrow. Thither will I invite the governor and all's contented followers. Go you and prepare Aliena. For look you, here comes my Rosalind.
God save you, brother.
And you too, fair sister. Wow!
Oh, my dear Orlando, how it grieves me to see thee wear thy heart in a scarf.
It is my arm.
I thought thy heart had been wounded with the claws of a lion.
Wounded it is, but with the eyes of a lady.
Did your brother tell you how I counterfeited to swoon when he showed me your handkerchief?
Aye, and greater wonders than that.
Oh, I know where you are. Your brother and my sister no sooner met, but they looked. No sooner looked, but they loved. Now they have made a pair of stairs to marriage, which they will climb immediately.
They will be married tomorrow. Oh, but how bitter it is. Look into happiness through another man's eyes.
Why then, tomorrow I cannot serve turn for your Rosalind?
I can live no longer by thinking.
Well then, I will weary you no longer with idle talking. Now I speak to some purpose. I can do strange things. If you do love Rosalind so near the heart as your gesture cries it out, when your brother marries Aliena, shall you marry her? I know into what straits of fortune she is driven, and it is not impossible to me to set her before your eyes tomorrow.
Speakest thou in sober meanings?
By my life I do, which I tender dearly, though I say I am a magician. Therefore, put you in your best array, bid your friends, for tomorrow, if you will be married, you shall, and to Rosalind, if you will. Look you, who comes here, a lover of mine and a lover of hers.
You have done me much ungentleness to show the letter that I writ to you.
I care not if I have. It is my study to seem despiteful and ungentle to you. You are there followed by a faithful vaquero. Look upon him, love him, he worships you.
Good vaquero, tell this youth what 'tis to love.
It is to all we made of sighs and tears, and so am I for Phoebe.
And I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to all be made of faith and service, and so am I for Phoebe.
And I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to all be made of fantasy, all made of passion, and all made of wishes, all adoration, duty, and observance, all humbleness, all patience, all impatience, all purity, all trials, all obeisance. And so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I for Ganymede.
And so am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
Who do you speak to? Why blame you me to love you?
To her that is not here, nor doth not hear.
Pray you, no more of this. 'Tis like the howling of coyotes against the moon. I will help you if I can. I would love you if I could. Tomorrow, meet me all together. I will marry you if I ever marry woman, and I will be married tomorrow. I will satisfy you if I ever satisfy man, and you will be married tomorrow. I will content you if what pleases you contents you, and you shall be married tomorrow. As you love Rosalind, meet. As you love Phoebe, meet. And as I love no woman, I'll meet. I have left you commands, so fare you well.
I'll not fail if I live.
Nor I.
Nor I.
And do you believe, Orlando, that the boy can do all that he hath promised?
I sometimes do believe, and sometimes do not. As those that fear, they hope, and know they fear.
I do remember in this shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter's favor.
My lord, when I first saw him, methought he was a brother to thy daughter.
There is sure another flood, and these couples are coming to the ark. Here comes a pair of very strange beasts, which in all tongues are called fools.
Today is the joyful day. We shall be married.
I do desire it with all my heart, and I hope it is no dishonest desire to be a woman of the world.
Salutation and greeting to you all.
Good, my lord, bid him welcome. This is the motley-minded gentleman I have so often met in the valley. He is a townie, he swears.
If any man doubt that, let him put me to my purgatation. I have trod a measure. I have flattered a lady, been politic with my friends, smooth with mine enemy. I have undone 3 tailors, 4 quarrels, and like to have actually fought 1.
And how was that ta'en up?
Faith, sir, we met and found the quarrel was upon the 7th cause.
And how did you find the quarrel upon the 7th cause?
By a lie, 7 times removed. As thus, sir. I did dislike the cut of a certain gentleman's beard. He sent me word I was in the mind I was not well cut. He was in the mind that I was. This is called the retort courteous. If again it was not well cut, he would send word he cut it to please himself. This is called the quit modeste. If again it was not well cut, he disabled my judgment. This is called the reply truish. If again it was not well cut, he would send word, I spake not true. This is called the reprove valiant. If again he would send word, I lied. This is called the countercheck quarrelsome. And so on to the lie circumstantial. And lastly, the lie direct.
How often did you say his beard was not well cut?
Oh, I durst go no further than the lie circumstantial, nor he just give me the lie direct. And so we called it a draw and parted.
Can you nominate in order now the degrees of the lie?
Oh, sir, we quarrel in print by the book, as you have books for good manners. I will name you the degrees. The first, the countercheck quarrelsome. The second, the quit modeste. The third, the reply truish. The fourth, the reprove valiant. The fifth, the retort courteous. The sixth, the lie circumstantial. And the 7th, the lie direct. Now, all these you may avoid, but the lie direct. And you may avoid that too, with an if. I knew when 7 justices could not take up a quarrel, but then, when the parties were met themselves together, one of them thought but of an if, as in, if you said so, then I said so. And so, they called it a draw and parted. Your if is the only peacemaker. Much virtue in if.
Then is there mirth in heaven when earthly things made even atone together. Good governor, receive thy daughter, spirit rider from heaven brought her. Yea, brought her hither that thou mightest join her hand with his, whose heart within her bosom is.
To you I give myself, for I am yours. To you I give myself, for I am yours.
If there be truth inside, then thou art my daughter.
If there be truth inside, you are my Rosalind.
If sight and shape be true, why then, my love, adios!
I'll have no father, if you be not he. I'll have no husband, if you be not he. Nor ne'er wed woman, if you be not she.
Peace, ho! I bar confusion. 'Tis I must make conclusion of these most strange events. Here's 8 that must take hands to join in love's grand bands, if truth holds true contents. You and you no cross shall part. You and you are heart and heart. You to his love must accord, or have a woman to your lord. You and you are sure together, as the winter to foul weather.
O my dear niece, welcome thou art to me, even daughter in no less degree.
I will not eat my words, not thou art mine. Thy faith, my fancy to thee doth combine.
Let me have audience for a word or two. I am Mademoiselle Labelle, that bring these tidings to this fair assembly. Governor Frederick, hearing how that every day men of great worth resorted to this valley, addressed a mighty power, which were on foot in his own conduct, purposely to take his brother here and put him to the noose. And to the skirts of this wild west he came, where meeting with an old religious man, after some question with him,
I was converted, both from my enterprises and from the world. My badge I do bequeath to my banished brother, and all his lands and stock restored to him again, which were with him banished. I do this to be true. I do engage my life.
Welcome, brother. Thou offerest fairly to these brothers' weddings. To one's his lands withheld, the other a land itself large, the wide open range. But meantime, forget thy new fallen dignity and fall in our rustic revelry. Play music, and you, brides and bridegrooms all, with measures heaped in joy, to the measures fall, we do begin these rites, and do trust that they will end in true delights.